Here we are again, bouncing down a dusty dirt road in the heart of Africa. Every turn brings us closer to exciting wildlife, new stories, and another adventure waiting for us to discover. Welcome to Tanzania. Let's see what amazing treasures we can find today. One of the highlights of our time on this trip was watching the sunrise over the Serengeti while enjoying a hot air balloon ride. The adventure started during the wee hours of the morning as we drove through complete darkness for over an hour to reach our launch site.
Guys, yeah, come in a little bit closer just so you can see inside the compartment. 8 on that side, 4 and 4, and I go in the centre. Today we have 13, I think, so we'll have 7 on one side, 6 on the other, depending on who's with who, okay? Now, just a few safety points before we start. Do most of you understand my English accent? Yes, that's a good start. Some people don't. Guys, safety belts, all got them on, yes? Yes. Now, if you look down on the belt, this D-ring should be on the front. It should be on the front of the waist. Slide the whole thing over. Perfect. Okay, next question. Has anyone here, apart from me, flown in a hot air balloon before? So we have at least 4 or 5 experts on board. That's good news. After the safety talk, we're going to move you behind the basket.
As the balloons started to inflate, we were loaded into the baskets, still lying on their sides, slowly lifting into an upright position and eventually taking flight. Once airborne, we were finally able to stand up and take in the amazing panoramic views.
If you look this side, you can see the buffalo now. Big herd. See the buffalo? Yes. Yeah. 2 ostrich coming up as well, directly ahead of us. We did see cheetah in this area yesterday. Hill to the south, that's the park entrance to the south. So if you go into the crater by road, you'll head down here.
The serene drift of the balloon across the vast expanse, punctuated only by the occasional roar of the torch, created a surreal and enchanting experience.
it. Oh,
Oh, alcohol?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you tilt your glass slightly. Molly, sorry, can we, is Modest around? Becca, sorry. We don't say cheers, we like to say Maisha Marefu. And Maisha Marefu means long life. So, Maisha Marefu!
Maisha Marefu! So Jeff, what do you think about our hot air balloon ride?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah? Worth the money?
No.
No.
I guess if we only do it once, well.
Yeah, no, absolutely fabulous. I mean, there's just nothing better than sailing across the sky over the Serengeti and just looking at the animals. What a great way to start the day. Cheers. Great hot air balloon ride and a successful landing. Oh, that's a fast and bumpy one. That was like our landing. A little hop and a skip. Oh, he's got lots of room. There you go. Their pilot said a gentle tip at the end. Following our champagne toast, we were treated to a delicious breakfast not far from the landing site.
Karibu Serengeti baru ni safari. Karibu Serengeti baru ni safari. Karibu Serengeti baru ni safari.
So finally, on behalf of Captain Jonathan, myself, Serengeti Balloon Safaris and the rest of our team, we would like to say Asante Sana, thank you very much, and Karibu Tena, welcome back. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Okay, everyone, in no particular order. Hopefully I got your name spelled correctly, but I had to take it from the list, which isn't always accurate. So we'll start with Jeanette. Jeanette, lovely to meet you, Jeanette.
Lovely to meet you too. Thank you.
Jeff, good to meet you, Jeff. Thanks so much. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
If you ever find yourself in this part of the world, I highly recommend experiencing a sunrise hot air balloon ride over the Serengeti. I assure you, this will be a cherished memory for years to come. As our ground safari resumed, we continued our search for the great migratory herds of wildebeest and zebra. And look behind us, there's a lot of rain over there.
Oh, yeah.
Together, the wildebeest and zebra create a phenomenon known as the Great Migration, a year-round clockwise journey of over 1 million animals traveling together throughout the Serengeti and Masai Mara ecosystems, constantly in search for fresh water and grass.
Oh.
Albert explained that zebra and wildebeest migrate together because they complement each other. Zebra eat the tall, coarse grass, while the wildebeest consume the shorter, more nutritious grass. Zebra have excellent eyesight for spotting predators, whereas the wildebeest have incredible hearing and a sense of smell to detect danger. Wildebeest use their sense of smell to lead the herd to water, while zebras, with their great memory, can easily recall past migratory routes. Contrary to the belief that the Great Migration consists of a single massive herd all traveling together, it is actually composed of numerous smaller herds. These herds may temporarily join forces, forming larger groups of hundreds of thousands of animals moving together, or they may travel in smaller clusters of a few thousand or even several hundred, all in search of greener pastures and fresh water. Since we are visiting in October, our greatest chance of seeing the truly enormous herds from the Great Migration will be during our time in the Northern Serengeti, and then later when we cross over into Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve. Two males and their brothers.
they are brothers. Yes.
But is one of them more dominant than the other?
That is true. Always.
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 The way around.
So is this also?
No. They're just like, yeah, whatever.
Made by a machine.
So usually they're using the hyenas as their transport.
So wait a minute.
Serious.
What do you
They
mean
say
they're not riding
They
on
ride.
on them?
Serious, yes. You know what that, guys?
And
No.
what do the hyenas do?
So they know how they're medicating the hyenas even to listen to them.
Oh.
And even some hyenas, some of them, I wish I could.
They domesticate them?
No, they
In
drug
very-
them. They drug them
It's
so
like,
they won't attack.
Actually, it's not official. And even those kind of the people, even the government, they're so scared to get to those people. Because for someone like to taking like a hyena and you using like a transport is something you have to stay away. That guy can do anything to you. See? So usually even the government doesn't get to that side. So might be maybe they wanted to catching hyena, or maybe they just wanted to catching something and the hyenas to getting trapped. Oh, you see another hyena there? Was this the same one you think? Because they are less energetic,
Yeah.
so they always know that they are very more in risk. So anytime they can just be killed or.
So they're more
hunted.
aggressive.
Yeah, they're more.
Oh, they smell bad. Oh. Where's he going? He's moving.
Nunyagene tenda afo kurnanga Afrika Nunyagene tenda.
That is the setting of the sun. We're going into their nest. It's so beautiful.
So they.
Show us where we were this morning.
Butima, okay. So actually, our hotel Serena was here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we just driving all the way around. So we've been exited from this side here.
Okay, so that's where we just left.
Exactly. So we just go like the way around to some point here. We'll finding the gate
And go
that will
in.
taking us
the northern.
inside. Yeah. So
Oh,
the
it's a
other way,
shortcut.
usually we're using like this way. You just like have to driving like all through.
Oh,
So you can find like this is more like a shortcut, but
That's
this is gonna be
faster.
like a very long.
that's a
drive.
long day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, we find ourselves just barely outside the boundaries of a major national reserve full of wild animals, yet so close to village life.
Oh, my lovely. See?
The cheese?
Yeah, that's the one I bought in Arusha.
Arusha, oh wow.
Yeah,
Cheddar cheese.
Jetta.
There are no restaurants out here in the Serengeti, so we rely on boxed lunches prepared by our camps that we take with us in the morning when we leave for the day.
So beautiful here.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, is the north cooler or something?
No, as we're going north, we're getting closer to the equator.
Oh.
As mentioned before, the Great Migration is unique to this area and something that should be considered when planning your trip. While it is somewhat predictable, there are no guarantees as migratory patterns are determined by the availability of natural resources and not our calendar. One of the most popular attractions of the Great Migration is to observe a river crossing. During the months of September and October, these are most common in the Northern Serengeti and can happen anywhere along the Mara River. So that's where we're headed next. I said you got word that they're crossing at number 2.
Yeah, the guy shared that someone said in number 2 they're crossing now.
Okay, so
Actually, it's not that far.
we're rushing to get to number 2 then.
Submarines.
Just because now it's like a bit hot, so they're like sinking in the water.
They're all coming now. Look at them.
Super nice.
Is that weird?
Vacation, guys. Actually, I like that.
How the hell did that happen?
Yeah, let's keep the fingers crossed not for the zebra to get in front, because whenever the zebra in front,
They
it's
break
just
everything.
yeah.
In contrast to the rest of our safari adventure, where we drive around searching for animals, the Northern Serengeti offers a completely different experience. If you're there for the Great Migration river crossings, it's about finding a good spot and patiently waiting for the animals to cross the river.
There's more zebra.
What do you think, guys? Shall we call it a day?
We finally call it a day and head home without having seen any river crossings. However, we know there are herds on the other side of the Mara River, moving up and down the riverbank, so there's still hope for tomorrow. So we've changed gears here a little bit, and we've gone from the very modern, fully electric hotel to a tent for our 2 nights in Northern Serengeti. Welcome to the Baobab Migratory Lodge Camp. I think I'm going to like it. As you can see, there's quite a rainstorm still over there to the west. This is the view from our deck, and that was the rainstorm we were caught in earlier. This is for real a tent. The door has zippers. This is really rustic Africa. Look at that. That's our door. And this is the inside of our tent. Actually, it looks quite comfortable. We've got 2 beds, full bathroom with hot water, shower, and toilet. Even though we're here to see a river crossing, there's still plenty of African life going on all around us. So we were over what? At the crossing number 3?
Yeah, so we're heading to number 4.
All right, and we're heading over to crossing number 4 because there may be some herds getting ready to cross. Oh, and there's a crocodile right ahead of us too. 12 o'clock straight ahead. There's a sandbar and the crocodile's just chilling. Oh, you see they're running now. They're running, so we're just going to wait and see where they go and maybe they'll cross. Oh, you're
Because I looked from here and I thought, that looks funny. And then I looked with the binoculars and then, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 crocs just hanging out. Well, it's cold. Not cold, but I mean it's cooler, so they're sunning themselves.
And the way they're positioned, they just look as part of the rocks. Yeah,
Like us, the crocodiles are waiting for a crossing too, as that often results in a meal, which, to be honest, is what everyone else is here to see as well. As we approach the airstrip, we encounter a decent-sized herd on our side of the river, appearing ready to possibly attempt a river crossing. Albert indicates that their movement along the riverbank suggests they may be seeking an optimal location to cross.
See?
I said, look at everybody on the other side of the river.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah, so they were crossing the river.
We slowly track this herd as they move up the riverbank about a mile, hanging back and careful not to disturb their natural movements. I said there's wildebeest as far as the eye can see.
Do you see any of the jeeps?
No, I don't see any other jeeps across the river. And I don't see any zebras with these guys, so nobody's leading them right now. Once again, a late afternoon thunder shower is headed our way, and the herd settles down to wait out the storm, moving away from the river to seek protection amongst the trees. All right, we're heading for the rain. Eventually, we decide to dodge the heavy rains and make our way home ahead of the impending storms. Do I dare even try and get close to this one? Don't fly into me. Maybe I'll use the zoom instead of getting close myself. Oh, he's moving too fast. With our 2 days in the Northern Serengeti coming to an end, we ready ourselves to move on to our next destination. And while we never did get to see a river crossing, we still really enjoyed our time here. The long hours of hanging out in the Jeep, waiting for a crossing to happen, gave us an opportunity to take a breath, relax, and enjoy a different kind of safari that we have never experienced before. So this is the airstrip where we're going to be taking off from in a few minutes to fly towards our destination over by the border between Tanzania and Kenya. So they get a jeep and they chase the giraffes away. He's right in the middle of the airstrip, just chilling. Go, shoo, shoo. So this could cause some serious delays with our flight. Can you imagine the announcement? Ladies and gentlemen, your flight has been delayed due to a herd of elephants on the airstrip. Notice that the Jeep has left. No one is willing to mess with a herd of elephants, so we all wait patiently while they make their way across the airstrip. The herd has safely crossed the airstrip, so we will resume all flights. Saying goodbye to Albert was the hardest part of leaving Tanzania. Not only had he done an amazing job as our guide, our protector, and our educator, he also became our friend. Making the journey from Tanzania's Serengeti to Kenya's Masai Mara is quite the ordeal. Although our new location in Kenya is less than 100 miles from our current location in Tanzania, we must fly west for about an hour to reach the nearest border crossing, then take ground transport to cross the official border, and then fly east again for another hour to reach our new camp in Kenya. In total, the trip will take just over 4 hours, which is significantly better than the 8 to 10 hours it would take to make the journey entirely by ground. As I watch the Serengeti fade off into the distance, I'm sad to say goodbye. However, I'm also thrilled to embark on the final phase of our trip.